members of the media, whether it's from James Monroe High School, Coach Matt Savage, players Layton Dowdy, Ryan Cole, Cooper Ridgeway. Coach, appreciate your time. Just some thoughts and get some questions.
Yeah, first and foremost, I have to say it every year, I couldn't go home. I just want to thank Jesus Christ for the opportunity that he gives us. Thank him every day for my life. So that's first and foremost, most important thing in my life. But, tough loss. Proud of these guys.
Questions?
Mac, you go through that last play when Triple hit the three. He kind of got behind the defense there, and it kind of cost you.
Yeah, we actually had it set up the way we wanted it. They actually did what we wanted them to do. That's the crazy part. We expected that, and we kind of set up the defense for that to happen. And we had one guy get caught out of position there, and he was able to make a nice catch and a shot. Triplett's a good player.
And which one of the stats you think hurt the most? There were a lot of turnovers. I don't think that's indicative of what you guys did in the free throw sheet. In the fourth quarter, the free throw shooting hurt too.
Yeah.
Which of those do you think?
It's a combination of stuff, but in the end, I thought the first half hurt us pretty bad. We're a very physical team, and I thought they were a little more physical than us in the first half, and the rest were letting us play. They were letting us be physical, and we didn't match it. In the second half, I thought we did, and if there had been overtime, I would really liked our chances.
Yeah, really tough stretch there in the third quarter. Kind of had some calls that were 50-50, I'll call it. But talk about the fight in your guys, to fight through that, come back, get the lead, and fight like they did, because they were in some trouble right there.
Yeah, and that's something, we preach to the guys, not to let calls bother you, and not to talk to the officials, and not to, and these guys actually do it. You can't say that about young males very often, it's just, it's the way we're built, but these guys don't, they do what they're supposed to do, and, call here too, overall officials did a good job. It is what it is. We missed too many free throws, we had too many turnovers, so there in the third quarter, we decided we needed to switch it up a little bit, and we tried to play a little faster, and that can go for you or against you. It can go both ways, and it did go both ways a little bit there, but it did get us back in the game a little bit, and we were able to fight to the end, and almost have a shot at it.
Ron, you talk. Any other circumstance, if it had ended differently, those free throws would be used. But just talk about your thought process there when you were at the line, because you guys had struggled a little bit in the fourth quarter at the line.
Before I stepped up to the line, I just started praying while I was at the 3-point line before I stepped up. Just kind of closed my eyes and calmed down before I stepped up.
I thought he was going to say he closed his eyes on the free throws, but anyway. It's clutch free throws.
One thing you told me the whole year is this group was going to make its own history, and I think they did.
Yes.
Quite honestly, at the beginning of the season, very few people would have put you on that stage right now. And even though this is a tough loss, for these kids to do what they did under the pressure that they had to all year, I know you're amazed with it.
We just told them in the locker room. They have no idea how proud I am of them. It's beginning of the year. Nobody gave us a shot. I'm not gonna say nobody, but not very many people gave us a shot. Let's put it that way. And I'll be honest, as a coach, I didn't even know what we had. I'm not gonna say we didn't have a shot, but I'm not gonna say what we did have. We didn't know. And these guys, every game. I know a couple of y'all came to our games early on, and you saw it. Big difference. It's a totally different team now, and it's been a blast. It's been one of the most rewarding seasons I've had as a coach. Even though we lost in the quarterfinals, it's not a state championship. These guys, the focus was not a three-peat this year. The focus was exactly what you said. It was to make their own history, and I truly, from the bottom of my heart, feel like they did that.
One play that probably will, the steal before Ryan's free throws. That play, that was a huge play. Talk about that play. Just give you guys a chance to possibly send it to overtime.
Yeah, and We just told our guys, we didn't want to foul. You know, we didn't want to get in the fouling game. We wanted to go for the steal, and you know, we wanted to try to get the turnover, because you get in the fouling game, you know, your chances are not very good. And so, you know, these guys executed it. You know, I'd love to say it was the coach that did it, but it wasn't. You know, these guys executed it, and you know, they were able to execute down the stretch on that and give us a shot, because you know, a lot of teams had already been out at that point, and we weren't.
Matt, you've sat up here the last 2 seasons after, I guess, 6 wins in this building. Just the ebbs and flows of March and the suddenness of the way this thing ends. I mean, it can be cruel. You put all this work in and it comes down to, like, you know, one shot, one play. How difficult is it, I guess, to digest that, and just obviously how different is it from what you've experienced in this venue the last couple of years?
You know, it is hard to digest. I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, you know, we're talking about life, and you know, these guys have made memories of a lifetime this year, and to say that, you know, one shot that Triplet hit at the end of a quarterfinal ruined our season that we made this year, I can't let it happen. There's so much more to it than that, and you know, these guys here, you know, these 3, the ones that are in the locker room, you know, they can't let that one shot define their season. You know, to say we're 21-5 right now, there's a lot of teams that like to be where we're at right now, and so I'm super proud of them, and I hope it doesn't define it.
You guys, how are you hoping for, you know, this experience to hopefully keep you guys going into, you know, next year, hopefully beyond, to try to keep creating that new history?
Leighton, you're the junior.
I don't know. I hate it for these guys, but I just know myself, and I got to get the younger players in the gym, get the shots up, and in the weight room. I think we're moving on to double A, so you know, we'll figure it out as we go. Hopefully, this experience for the younger guys will translate into next year, and for myself too.
And for the seniors, just like, obviously didn't end the way you guys wanted it to, as the 2 years prior. How, you know, how much fun though was it to play with this group, and although it didn't end the way you guys would have wanted it to?
This was probably the most fun season I've ever played. Just from start to finish of the year, the whole thing was just, it was fun. I enjoyed it the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I got closer with these guys. I didn't think I could all year long, and I don't know. I'll never forget the memories I made, and just blessed and grateful for what we got to do this year.
Any further questions? Coach, guys, thank you all very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.